Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Nice to see you too.
Nice to see you again as well, yeah. It's been a long week, hasn't it?
It's been a long week. It's the festive season. We've been quite busy. Let's take all this off. Club tonight. More shows.
Good. Oh, right, yes. Getting back to that then.
Oh.
Yes. Is that going well for you?
Oh, we've done well. Everybody just packs in. They absolutely adore the show.
Good, yes.
Came up with it, as I told you, in November, and it's very topical. It was all about the government, party politics.
Oh, good, yes.
Here's the secret weapon. I'm sorry to wear my work clothes when I'm off duty.
Oh, it's very decorative.
Do you like it? Yeah.
It's lovely.
Yeah, I used to wear the tinsel on stage, but it chaffs.
Well, I should imagine it does, yeah.
God, yes. Now, he's tried to be nice to me.
Sure.
And he's given me this.
What is it? Sorry,
well,
no, I can't.
He says this is it's meant to be a drag teddy. He says, I had this when I was a baby.
Yeah.
And I said, you had a few things when you were a baby, you never stopped talking about it. Yes, your dad was very generous and a few things. And he said, no. This was my teddy, see, au naturel, and I made it a drag teddy. So you've got the old feather, the boa, as it were, the boa,
yeah.
Would you. So he gives me this and he says, it's from my heart. I said, it's from the back of the bloody wardrobe, dear, that's what it is.
Yeah.
And he's going, oh no, it's how I feel about you. I want us to be life partners. I said, yeah, as with 10 years hard labour. He's going, no, you and me, made to be, I said, as long as I'm the lady, I'm happy. So anyway, I got this thing, it's got a bow on the top. I mean, it's interesting because it is a very feminine thing to be given a boy. And I mean, in those days, at his age, they had no idea,
Sure.
It was going to turn out
Has it got a name?
A deviant.
That's an interesting word you're using. Why the word?
My generation, dear, my generation. That's a good point. Yeah, we discussed that, haven't we? Do I love? Do I
yes,
hate?
do you? Yes, you've got a very divided psyche, really, when it comes to that.
Dad's a builder, Mum's a nurse. I wanted to be straight, but I had the curse. That's right. I dressed like a woman by night, and I worked in an office by day. And once something had to give. And of course I resigned by walking in a dress, and that was the end of civil service.
When was this?
I was only 19.
Oh, this is a while
So
ago.
when I was 16 to when I was 19, no, I was in the civil service.
Yeah, yes. No, you
uh,
hadn't really discussed this. This is new information.
Oh, it's how I started in the first place. I mean, I go to all these clubs at night, and I'd be, in civil service, Mr. Straight at days, and parents and everything. I still live with my mum and dad, and nobody could possibly imagine that their son was, the builder's son. Oh, it's a shame. And I've been sneaking down the road since I was like 14 or something, and ended up
Peekaboo. Yes.
stuff all sorts up this day. Things were costing.
It's not a it's not a dummy, is it? Is it just a bear?
It's just a teddy bear.
Does it have any orifices?
No, it's not that kind of teddy bear.
Okay, sure.
1965 teddy. Thank you, but
Oh,
it didn't have
right.
orifices or genitalia in those days. It was just a nice teddy. It was a girl teddy, Tedette. You see,
it's very nice. Is it valuable?
I don't know. It's good to throw at somebody because it's nice and soft.
Mohair, is it?
Across the room. Might be, yeah. Having a bit of an eye for
Pink mohair.
I beg your pardon?
Pink mohair.
Pink mohair.
Yeah.
I love the way you say that. Pink mohair, yes. Anyway, it's kind of white, it's faded to pink. Rarely. But it's got this, he gave it a miniature feather boa anyway, and it was his, it's kind of his totem animal, his symbol,
yes.
to say how I have moved and where I am and where I have been.
Quite.
I hate to think where he's put this. Yeah, I know I'm working again, sorry. So it's got a pink nose. But, I mean, I don't know. I brought it because it's like a battleground in my soul, really. Do I love him? Do I hate him? The teddy and so on. Shouldn't be wearing this thing outside of the office.
The office, yeah.
I just feel, I don't know, I just feel quite, as you know, challenged sometimes when I come to places. And there's something about camping up really kind of is my teddy bear, my pacifier.
Yes.
Really. But I think
but it's not your teddy bear.
No. And at the same time, yes.
But yes.
Yes, because he gave it to me. He said, well, I'm going to give you make this gesture. It's the most precious thing I've got.
So are bears something that you're attracted to?
No, it's not attracted. It's the whole thing about a long-term relationship. I mean, 8 years, for God's sake.
You haven't really discussed him. Is he a bear?
Yes, he's a big
Yes,
guy.
he's a big guy,
guy.
yes.
You know, he works in the city, and he's a big guy. He's a formidable man, and at the same time, he can camp up with the best of them. He's quite a paradox.
Yeah.
I've got some work clothes here.
Really?
Now, what's it going to be tonight? We're doing a Captain Scarlet Jerry Anderson tribute. 'Cause we lost
Really?
the poor man.
Okay, yeah.
This is Moonbase Alpha
Yes.
versus the Angels.
Oh,
So
wow.
Captain Scarlet versus
This
UFO.
sounds very entertaining.
The amount
Yes.
of mileage you can get out of a TV series called UFO. I mean,
Ha.
it's crude, well, anyway.
Yes.
Captain Scarlet, what does that remind you of? Yes, 2 weeks. Thank you. And
It's quite cheerleadery, really. Oh.
Captain Scarlet, I'm going to strafe them with my 20mm. And then again there's UFO sighted off the port bow of the moon. I don't know.
Yes.
They used
Have
to
you
walk-
actually seen these?
What, UFO? I grew up watching that kind of television.
Okay, you've just forgotten.
Yeah, no, well, that's because I asked you to forget how old I am.
Okay, sorry.
No, it's this one. What was UFO? It's ridiculous. I should be wearing a builder's. If it was my father's way, I'd have a builder's hat on.
Mm.
Oh God, I don't know. We're at the club and we have to do all the tax returns, and I got to worry about the staff. And there's always a new one who's fit and gorgeous with the leg, and he's in the corner, and everyone else is bitching away. And you don't know if it's going to turn nasty or it's going to stay nice. And I'm in charge of everything because I'm the oldest. I'll be 50 this year.
Yeah.
Years of age. Oh my God! So I'm in charge of all these screaming queens. No wonder I come and see you.
But you seem very well balanced, if you don't mind me saying so. I know that's a judgment call,
I'm
but
in charge. You've got to be well balanced. You're in charge of a bunch of maniacs dressed like women when they're not.
yeah.
Only when I laugh. I got Christmas off.
Did you?
We didn't do a show on Christmas Day. I just sat
No.
in the flat.
Sure.
Got an amazing view of Soho, and he was there, and it was actually nobody said anything. Nobody said anything. It was all lovely and quiet. It was just like that's how we really get on now. We just don't say a bloody thing. We just sit there, shutting up, looking for stray builders on the
On the horizon.
running around the roofs. Yeah, anyone hanging. Oh dear, I don't know what to say, but yeah, I mean, my tortured psyche, like I was saying last time, you carry on, you get the police bursting in, they're chasing you around with real truncheons. That was the 80s. Once I left the civil service, I mean, we were just like the chorus line, and you got these ancient queens. Oh God,
So this is-
sociopaths. I didn't know the meaning of the word till I met them. Only found out later. Narcissism. I've only just found out about narcissism. Where the hell was narcissism all my life? Nothing. He loved himself, or somebody had to, certainly in my case. Oh, go on, ask me some personal questions.
It's not my place, really, to ask you personal questions. We're here for you. Do you really want to carry on?
I know.
Coming here.
Do I want to carry on in the club? Do I want to carry on looking out that window of the flat? Do I want to carry on with him? Why don't I just go away to Morocco?
Why don't
like
you?
Joe Orton did, and stay there. Have you heard about that woman who was in the papers who thought she was Joe Orton? Mad as a hatter. I think I've seen her around the club actually.
Well, mad is a word we don't want to bandy about, really.
Of course,
it's
yes,
a very...
not a therapist term, yeah.
No.
It's very useful around my neck of the woods.
Yes.
Do you like the
It's
shirt,
not...
though?
It's
Do you
very
like
nice,
I love
yes.
this. I've got all over. Have you seen? I'll just stand up. Can you? That's Christmas. I've got to get rid of that,
That's
Dear me.
Christmas, okay.
That's Christmas, the paunch. We did have a roast. We had some good eating. I mean,
Good.
there's one time of the year you pig out and go mad, as it were.
Yes.
You abuse your body as you would wish your enemies to abuse theirs. If somebody you hate, dear, take them out for a meal. Oh no, you eat. I'll just pay for it. Ruthless.
That's an interesting way of thinking about it.
That's right. Drag wars. Nobody talks about them. Oh, fallen. Oh, what wonderful heels. Pity you went over. Oh, mind that wig. Might be full of fleas. If not today, maybe tomorrow. Ruthless business when you're yeah.
So, yes, you don't even know whether you want to carry on with it then.
I never do. I mean, some days you're sitting there with a fag on top of the roof in the club, you think, oh, Jesus, well, I'm like...
Yes, we don't use that language in here.
I'm sorry. You turn around, there's half a dozen of them sitting there doing the same thing. Why do I do this? Why do I get? And some fella wolf whistles at you, you're like, yeah, pervert! And they shout back, you're the one dressed as a woman. You're like, the paradoxes of the world. You know, it's not as bad as it used to be though. Nowadays we're quite celebrated, obviously. In the old days it was like after the coppers had raided the place on a regular basis, and one out of every 10 would be like, can I body search you? I said, I bet you'd love to body search me. So you're not doing it for free. Aha, you're charging for services. You know? So what is this? A trick question or something?
Oh well.
I need a good scream every night. Thank you, I needed that.
Yes, it's very therapeutic.
Oh, the best drag queen noises involve some grunting and groaning.
Okay, yeah.
The receiving of wondrous items into the self, as it were. You know, let's keep it clean. My mother was a staunch Catholic. The language. If I ever swore, the soap went right in the mouth. Goes
well,
away.
there's worse places
another
for
places
it. Yeah.
That's very. Thank you. Shouldn't have opened my mouth too much. All sorts of trouble when I do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, am I going to do it? Am I going to go, leave the country? Why don't I just go and start a building for all those fit guys with the bums hanging out? You know, whatever.
You could do both.
I don't know.
You should just look into your heart. This is a bit of a greetings card type piece of advice, I know, but you know, what do you want to do?
I want to. Well, the lost's not as great as it was. And when I truly looked to myself when I was younger, what do I really want? I'd start at the heart and then look down a bit further till I got to the right place, and that told me what to do. You know.
Yeah.
But these days.
And which way is it pointing now?
Oh, it's pointing up towards him, but it's kind of swinging around the club there, and otherwise it gets tucked up the back end where it can't get in the way. I'm not having that thing taken off, I'm telling you. I thought about it.
No.
No, I'm keeping all the plumbing. You never know when you need a hose, dear. You know.
Well, quite.
Can be useful for all sorts, you know. Especially my hose. Let's not go there. You're going red. You're going red. You are going red. Terrible. It's seaside humour. The saucy postcard. I mean, it's 2013. We're still doing the seaside saucy postcard.
Well, it's popular, isn't it?
God, I hate being gay. Oh God, I hate being gay. No, I'll get over it. No, I hate being gay. No, I'll get over it. And no, I hate being gay. No, I'll get over it. That's what it's like. I've never been depressed. Not until I looked in the mirror. Oh God. No, I'm alright. I'm alright. As you know, I have a sunny disposition. Put me at the top of the tree, really. That and the capacity with the counts and what have you. So yeah, I mean, if I went, the whole thing would fall to pieces. I'm certain. You had that much trouble with cocaine, and I mean, you don't talk about this. Obviously, I don't do that stuff, but we.
No.
I mean, occasionally, I've tried everything once. When I was
sure.
Younger, but we've had so much trouble with that kind of thing going on. You think, for God's sake, you'll end up off your head. This is Soho. You'll end up in the gutter. These are the proverbial gutters. Nowhere else, trust me. King's Cross is gone, dear. Soho is the gutter. And I tell you something.
Really?
You carry on. Oh,
even
yes,
though it seems very.
It's
very different.
Metaphorically speaking, I mean, really, honestly, they take the addicts away. The addicts last a day, like the prostitutes. They last a day on the screen, and they're taken away.
I don't think I've seen any around there. Are you sure this is?
Oh yes, it goes on, but it doesn't last very long. If you spend enough time in Soho, you see them, or the procurers, you know. It all happens in the brothels. But you get them on the street, the people who just come into the area trying their luck. They last a day and they disappear. All the actors in the brothel, the Eastern European.
Oh dear.
You can tell because they smell really clean when they're in the supermarket on Berwick Street, Wardour Street, sorry.
So everyone that smells very clean.
Berwick Street. Wardour Street's parallel to it. Berwick Street. Well, no, not everyone who smells very clean. But if you're in the queue next to these girls, they've got the hair done up, they're wearing a cocktail dress, and they've got that really, really scrubbed antiseptic smell, and that's how you can tell actually. And they're just out buying a few packets of crisps. I don't think they're buying condoms. It goes to family planning with like a skip or whatever.
We're getting off the point really now.
I'm always getting off there. That's my problem. No, not for 8 years. I've been faithful.
Sure. Maybe we should talk about this next time.
Yeah. What time is it now? Oh, okay. I'll nip off.
Yeah.
Let's get all this stuff back in the bag.
Yeah.
Back in the old bag. Here it is, packed. Now I shall get my stuff back.
Okay then.
Oh, that's the problem. So tell you what I'm not very good at is putting it back on. What I'm very good at is getting it all off. Oh, I think you're...